What's up? My name is Drew Paul Bell, and today what I want to talk about is why majoring in architecture is really one of the best educations you can get. If you look at all the different degrees, your bachelor's degree typically is very focused on just harvesting information. It's about studying, understanding, and kind of applying, right? And if you look at the typical major, that's basically what they do. They read stuff, they write essays, they take multiple choice question tests about answers that are already in the back of the book. And once you get to a master's program, your master's program is really about like synthesizing ideas. So you take kind of different ideas, you bring them together, you kind of use that to infer and make some new ideas, right? And then on your PhD level, your doctorate level, the main goal is that you are charged to create something new, to bring some sort of new information to the table for your field of study. Now, when we think about architecture, the way that we learn is by doing things. So really, in a way, what we do is we create things. We make things in the same way that somebody would for a master's program or a PhD level program. Now, I don't know enough to say that we're on that level of like our quality of thought, but you can't deny that the effort it takes to really make something is much harder than the effort it takes to write an essay about an idea that somebody else has already described to you. So what architecture really challenges you to do is think independently. It's not about tracing the idea of someone else in your essay. It's really about figuring out a problem, understanding it from multiple situations, multiple angles, and then providing a solution to that. And that solution is really created. And it doesn't matter like that there may be similarities between your project and a precedent, say, or even somebody else in your class. But no one has ever done that project at that site in that way ever before. What you're doing majoring in architecture is learning how to think independently. Beyond that, it really requires that you bring together what psychologists say are the left side of your brain and the right side of your brain, the creativity, and kind of the engineering, the function, right? So you learn how to make things beautiful. You learn how to make things work. You learn both halves of the spectrum that are required to make things. Making things is hard. It just is. If you think about ideas, they're kind of like they're really pretty one-dimensional because they don't really exist in a place. They exist in time, but they don't have depth. They don't have height. There's no x or y definition of an idea. It really just exists in time, and if you consider time as a dimension, then it's very one-dimensional. But to make a building, even just a model of a building, even just floor plans, that exists in all four dimensions, X, Y, Z, and time, and the amount of effort it takes to flesh out something to that extent, to that level of detail, is way more than just understanding an idea. And that's why I don't understand when we see these articles online that talk about how architecture is the most worthless degree to get in 2013 or whatever. So I don't understand where those articles come from at all, because when you understand this, you can apply it to anything. And it might be that it's hard to get a job in architecture or in the building industry in a time where it's slowing down, but you can get a job doing industrial design. You can get a job making things. You can get a job like analyzing systems. You can do almost anything with an architectural background. You have the foundation to go forward into anything that you want. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you next time.